Done.
Okay, we're going to start making our salsa. I've got some Roma tomatoes I've cut in half and seeded, so we're just going to dice these up and throw them into a bowl along with our other ingredients. I just got these from the store today, so they're nice and fresh, and that's part of good cooking, is you want to really use fresh ingredients. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and just start chopping these up. So we've got our tomatoes chopped up, so now we're just going to come in and we're just going to add a little bit of onion, and we're just going to dice that up. And then we've got a little bit of cilantro we're going to add, and some jalapenos. And you can make it as hot and spicy as you want to. And the good thing here is you can do it with it what you want. This is just the basics. So I'm going to put a little bit of onion in there. I don't think I'm going to use all of what I had. I've got some refried beans actually going on the stove too. So I'm going to throw the rest of that onion in with those beans. That'll give it a nice taste. So with our salsa then, we're going to add some cilantro. Again, just a good handful. It's got a nice herbal flavor. Goes great with salsas. You can also use it to top off your enchiladas. But it's definitely just a really great herb to use. So we're going to throw all that in. And then we're going to get some jalapenos. Some people use raw jalapenos. I like to use just out of a jar, kind of the pickled jalapenos. And just grab a tablespoon. That's about one jalapeno there. And again, I'm just going to dice this up fairly small. Get that nice and chopped up. And that's going to go in as well. Scrape our knife, get everything off of there. And then we're just going to throw in a little bit of that adobo seasoning. Just pour some of that in. And then, of course, lime juice. You can use fresh. I just happen to have bottled because it lasts longer. So pour a little bit of that in there. And I actually like just a little bit of lemon juice. That just really helps bring out all those flavors. So you want to mix everything together, and if you can let this set up in the refrigerator for a few minutes, it definitely helps. Everything just came out of the fridge, so it's pretty cold, but like I said, if you can throw it in the fridge, you know, maybe half an hour before you're going to eat it, that's definitely going to help set some of those flavors up. So there's our salsa. Alright, and now we're going to start on our guacamole. So you want to take your avocado, and when you're working with it, you actually want to turn the avocado into the knife. You don't want to slice the avocado. So you can see I'm kind of turning into it. And then it usually just twists open. There you go. Now you've got a seed in here, and the easy way to get it is just take the base of your knife, get into that seed, and it pops right out. You don't want to eat that. So again, just kind of work your knife around it. Give it a little twist and get that seed out. And then what we're going to do, we're going to make cuts into the avocado. This is going to make it a little easier to scoop out of the shell. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll get it into the bowl, and I'll show you what else to do next. Okay, so I've got the avocados kind of chopped up a little bit. Just working them in a bowl with a spatula to kind of smash it out so we can make a sauce for it. A lot of times, you know, people will do this. I've seen it with mortar and pestle. You can use the back of a fork. I'm using a spatula. And then what we're going to do to really add some flavor to this, we're going to take some of that pico we already made, and we're going to throw that right into the guacamole. It's going to give it some color and some extra flavor and make it a little chunky guacamole. Definitely tasty. And we're just going to add a little more lemon juice and lime juice as well. Get that in there. And a little trick, we're going to add some of the jalapeno juice right out of the jar. That's going to add some heat. And again, back in with a little adobo. Pour that right in. Balance it out. You don't want to put too much salt in because you're serving this with, tortilla chips. They're generally pretty salty. So you really don't want to add too much salt. Otherwise, that's all you're going to taste is salt by the time you eat those chips. So we're just going to mix that up a little bit more right till we get it nice and creamy, get all the chunks out, and that's going to make just a great guacamole. So we're almost there. And there we go. There's our guacamole sauce.